This weekend is the 2016 Rope Skipping Canada National Championships. So we have teams from Nova Scotia, BC, Alberta and Ontario competing at a national level. We have approximately 325 athletes this weekend competing. This event actually qualifies for FISAC, which is an international competition happening in Sweden this year. So we do have athletes in our 15 and above categories who are qualifying to make that Team Canada team. It's in July in Sweden this year. It's just a fun thing to do. It gets kids active and it's very, very good for the heart, for the body. A lot of fun.
Rope Skipping Canada has been around since the year 2000, and prior to that it was called the Canadian Skipping Association, which was around beginning in 1989, and it originated here in Alberta. Every club is a little bit different, but for the most part each club will practice 2 to 3 times a week for an hour or 2 at a time, and they'll then train to go to their local regional competition, and from there to a provincial championship, and that's where they qualify for the national championships by finishing in the top 11 in their province and their division. And then they come here to the national championships. We have it every year. It's almost always the May long weekend. There's been an exception here and there throughout the years, but we always try to have it the May long weekend. That way parents and family members can get a little bit extra time off to make sure they're here to cheer on their skippers. It's a constantly evolving sport. If you look back at skipping from late 80s, early 90s, it's quite a bit different than it is now. So every year there's something fresh, there's something new, and there's always new things to learn and new things to share, as opposed to more traditional team sports where it's game-based, where the game is pretty much the same. There's subtle differences here and there, but in a performance sport like skipping, there's always new things and it never gets old. There's no lack of kids in our country that want to participate in rope skipping. Where we really find the bottleneck occurs is in volunteers and people willing to step up and be coaches and team managers and start organizing the sport. If your child is sort of into it and wants to do more of it, but their little 2-week session in their phys ed class is over, step up, contact your school, see if you can volunteer, start a lunchtime program, after school program, and sort of discover and explore the organized aspect of our sport, not just the recreational side. You can go to ropeskippingcanada.com. We also have a national skill development program called CanSkip. The link is on the website where you can find free resources. We have skill booklets where you can track your progress, as well as videos that you can watch to learn all the different skills as a part of that program. And you can order achievement buttons, so similar to swimming lessons, martial arts where you earn belts, you earn colored buttons through finishing each of the levels of the CanSkip program.
This is my 3rd nationals, and our team's still pretty new compared to the other ones. So we're growing as a team and skill-wise and all that. But we've actually did pretty well. Yesterday my team came in 4th overall, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Competitor number 13016, Katie Craven.
I started in the recreational program that Skip Time runs in Calgary, and yeah, I started in that when I was 11. I think my mom just signed me up. She was like, "This looks cool," and I ended up loving it, so I joined the competitive team the year afterwards.
It's a really good experience overall. You get opportunities that you wouldn't in lots of other sports like traveling, and the relationships you build with people are super unique, from all over the world, not just here in Canada. And like I said, you travel all over Canada, the States, and literally the whole world, and it's just a really unique and cool thing to get into.
The sport, in my opinion, has a lot more freedom than a lot of other sports. Like your single events that we're doing today, you build it based on how you jump. There's no set style, and everyone will have their own solo, and there's nothing no one can really change about that.
I'm Carson Cohen. And I'm Holly Elistani.
And so how long have you been doing it for?
4 years. Because my mom was a coach.
Awesome.
I used to do soccer, but I kept breaking my ankles. So my mom was looking for sports. She found skipping. She was a coach, and that's how it worked. It's a great experience doing skipping. It's really fun.
Yeah, this weekend we've had some really good skips, some big personal bests. It's our team's first time as a team at nationals, so we came here to do personal bests and learn from the experience, and they've done that, so it's really good.
The sport's a really great combination of creativity and also just pure competition. It's also something that's really easy to get into. You're not spending thousands of dollars for ice time and hockey pads. You just need a rope and a pair of sneakers and you can jump wherever you want. It's such an easy sport to